All right, y'all know we're on a series this month about how we can metaphysically understand our human body better. And not our body, but our construct. So we worked on thoughts last week. Did you guys enjoy that? Yes. Have you become aware of thinking your thoughts? Like when you're tripping on thoughts, or, okay, you were aware this week, could you change them? How many of you remembered you are the chooser of your thoughts? Oh, good job. That was a good job, Cyberland. They did great. Hope you guys did too. Okay, so thoughts. Today we're talking about feelings. Ready? And this is the unknown landscape, like the wild west of our consciousness. I think science knows more about brain thoughts than feelings, but I do not know that. But I think that's true. Okay, let us talk about it metaphysically. Thoughts. We have our thoughts, we invest our energy. And when we invest energy in our thoughts, we can do it through repetition or we can do it through intention. So thoughts with energy creates a focus, a force that creates. You with me on that one? We're thinking, we're energizing it somehow, we're creating something. We experience as the chooser what we've created. And it is comfortable, supportive, fulfilling, or it's aggravating and we don't like it. All right? That is the beginning of the feeling. How we relate to what we have created. What is the interaction that we feel? There's that word. What are we experiencing when we move into what we created? And remember, the universe speaks to us in comfort and discomfort, right? Comfort, we're in the flow of supporting. Discomfort, we're in something that's disrupting who we are. Comfort is harmonious with who we are. Just the discomfort is when it's disruptive to who we are. When we are having experiences that we would define as feelings, we are speaking to ourselves in the same way. I don't like that. It's disruptive to who I am. I like that. It's harmonious to who I am. Do you see? Okay. So therefore, feelings are, this is metaphysical, feelings are the energetic response to how we relate to an experience. And that's just the baseline little one first cell amoeba of the concept. We are so complicated and so complex, but if we just, that one little thing, if we can think that feelings are the energetic response to how we are relating to an experience. So, feelings are about relating to our own energy, but also relating to the energy around us. So, feelings are really not something, I hope you can get from this, feelings are not something that you can create like that. I'm going to feel this, I'm going to feel that. Feelings are something that happen naturally based on this concept, but based on years and years and years of experiences with this concept that we're reading energy. So the Spirit said this, think of comfort or discomfort. Comfort supports your current patterns. Discomfort does not support your current patterns. Neither is bad. We need discomfort to grow and expand, don't we? I don't want to expand. No. I want to be comfy. Comfy, cozy. Yeah, take care of me, I'm comfy, cozy. That's the ideal, isn't it? But to expand, we have to break through the shells. We have to break through the ground. We have to do something different. So discomfort is not bad. It's just how we're relating to an experience. And comfort, we need comfort, don't we? We need comfort to support our patterns. We need comfort to comfort us. We won't blossom without comfort. We won't blossom without that beautiful energy that says, yes. If we're always in the discomfort, we'll always be pushing through. So we need both, don't we? We need to have experiences that entail both. But who is having the feelings? The chooser is. The chooser is having the feelings. How often do you feel what you feel and you have no idea why you feel what you feel? Who the hell is choosing this? Do you know what I'm saying? You say that literally to yourself. Who's in my body and what's happening? But it is your energy reacting. So these layers of responses become our feelings or what we call our emotional body. So I want to just go over a couple little things to give us some guidelines, okay? Number one, feelings are not governed by logic. Have you ever tried to talk yourself down logically when you're feeling something? Have you tried to talk somebody else out of it logically when they're feeling something? It's a big failure, isn't it? Because they are not in their logic. They are experiencing something that is a big ball of energy all around them, and they cannot hear a word you are saying. So feelings, the emotional body, is not governed by logic. So you cannot debate it out of feeling something, and you cannot talk it out of feeling something. And isn't that what we typically do? And then the emotional body will say, you're negating my feelings. Boof, boof. And then it will begin to argue with you. Okay? So that's something you all relate to. Also, feelings are not necessarily repeatable. They're not necessarily, you can't replicate them. I had this vision of course, sugar-free, gluten-free. I had this vision of eating a beautiful piece of pie and feeling so elated and fabulous. And then a week later, having a same pie, same piece, but the elation isn't there. The fabulousness isn't there. Why? Because my relating to the first experience is slightly different than my relating to the second experience. So even though I know pie made me so happy, it cannot always reproduce that for me. You guys with me? I have another Cindy one. Turkey. Every year, I've been with Patrick for 30-something years. Every Thanksgiving, there is the smell of turkey in the morning. He gets up at 5:30, puts the turkey in. I'm sleeping. And I wake up to the smell of turkey. Now, I don't eat meat either. But most Thanksgivings, I go, oh, I love that smell. I'm so happy. Everybody's going to come over today. And I'm feeling joy at the smell of turkey. Do you hear? Now, I can't guarantee that's going to happen. Sometimes if I've been working too hard and it was Tuesday night the night before and we're having Thanksgiving on Wednesday and I still have to clean the house, I smell turkey and go, crap, I got to get up and clean the house. The turkey does not bring me the same. I want you to, can you feel with me? Are y'all feeling with me? All right. So we cannot control it. It is governed, how we feel is governed by how I, the chooser, am relating to life in this moment and to my past experiences about something. My past experience about turkey may go, come on, it's family time, and my current life experience is, no. Do you hear? So how I feel is those components, and probably much more, but we'll make it simple. The past experiences plus the current relationship with life or self determines your feelings. So here's another example for you that Spirit gave me. This isn't Cindy. I am in a flow. When I say I mean you. I am in a flow of universal support. I feel energy coming to me. The universe is giving me the big yes to life. I am with my partner. I feel yes to life. I feel joy and love. The energy exchange is amazing. I love my partner. I am in love. Got it? The same I. Problems with work arise at a different date. I am being asked to solve a dilemma I did not create. I'm at work. I'm working at home. I am focused. I sense the pressure. The pressure's all around me. It's getting tighter and tighter and tighter. I have to solve this. I have to solve this. And my love comes into the room, and I feel nothing toward them. Nothing. They don't fit in my current life relationship. And they don't fit unless they're another problem. Then they'll fit. And yes, they are now a problem. Can you not see I'm working? What is wrong with you? And in that moment, I have totally forgotten that I love them. In that moment, my feeling toward them is not love. Done it? Been there? Had it done to you? Okay. When you understand that what you are feeling is a representation of past energy, how you are relating with life in that moment, this is where you're naturally going to go to what you're experiencing. And I would feel if I was at work and having to solve your problems yet again. How many people have those kind of jobs? Yet again, your problems? Okay, you might feel a little tight and a little aggravated. You know, you might feel that coming up within you. But when we remember what? We're the chooser. We're the chooser. Okay, got it? I'm going to say again, past records plus current relationship with life equals feelings, and current relationship with life is about perception. How do I perceive what is going on around me? This plays 100% into your feelings. How do I perceive? Perception of me in the environment. Am I safe? Am I supported? Is it okay for me? Perception of the environment, the external. What is happening there? What's happening in the external? You know, I might be safe, but I still might not like the external. You with me? I'm perceiving everything. So I wanted to share just this one little thing, which I know you guys know, but I'm going to share it anyway. And I'm going to read it. Here we go. It is not stress itself that creates a problem with our immune system, because it actually affects the body. It is rather the perception that stress is inescapable. When you have a perception that there is no out, that what you're experiencing is inescapable. And inescapable means it's negative, because who wants to escape heaven, you know? It's when we're feeling those pressure moments and we believe there's no out. Then we're in a level of stress, which is going to affect how we feel, right? And this is from the Heart Math Institute, which I love those guys. They've been doing research for years. Emotions are the primary drivers of the activities of our major body systems. Emotions affect your health more than your thoughts. Emotions affect your health more than your thoughts affect your health, and more than your food affects your health. Emotions. How you are feeling. And they've done a lot of studies on this. Interesting, isn't it? All right. So becoming aware that perceptions of stress is going to shut down your body. Perceptions of stress is going to make you feel what toward your lover? Get out of here. You're just another problem coming to me. How is it going to make you feel toward your life, your job? You with me? Okay. Emotions control the body. They invest energy, and they also create blocks. Emotions create blocks. The emotional perception of stress can actually create an autoimmune disorder, which means the body fights itself. Fights itself. Feelings. Okay? So, you gotten it? All right. So I wanted to share one thing. There was a study that was done probably in the 90s. I mean, it's probably an old study, but it was a fun study. There was an old folks home, and the people were elderly. Some were functioning, but you know, they hobble. Some were in wheelchairs. Some weren't doing well. And they had their stats on all of them. You know, their stats, their vitals. Thank you. They're vitals. And what they did was they did an experiment. They took the people and they moved them to a place that was kind of in the woods, you know, like a resort area. And they decorated it to the era of their youth. And they started playing nonstop the music of their youth. And I'm talking early 20s, their youth. They fed them food. They had dances of their youth. They danced like they were 20. And they were immersed in this for 7 days, for a week. At the end of the immersion, all of their vitals were higher. Higher. They were feeling better. They were energized. Because what had happened is they'd taken them and put them in an environment where they could rekindle that space of hope. When you're in your 20s, you have hope. Life is ahead of you. You could do this, I could do that. Oh my God, the world is mine. And you play and you laugh and you sing and you have a good time. And it's bringing that hope back up. And the physical body responds. Did you guys know that? The physical body responds. You know, if I'm ever not feeling well, which happens, and we are driving somewhere, especially if we have to drive any distance at all, Patrick starts looking for the 60s songs to put on the radio, because I will always sing. And I can hit those notes. They aren't pretty, but I can hit them. And I hit them loud, too. So it's a singing, it's a thing back in my youth, 60s, 70s, when I was hopeful, when it was I was young, I was free, and anything could happen, And you're breathing back in that youth into the cells of your body. And it's a lot of fun. It annoys people that happen to be listening. Other family members have asked me to shut up. They shall go unnamed. But it is annoying. But, you hear what I'm saying? Our emotional bodies, how we are perceiving the life around us, dictates how we feel. How are we feeling? And do you want to go dragging through life feeling not good, or do you want to at least feel hopeful a little bit? Yeah, okay. All right. I remember, I share the story a lot. I'll probably keep sharing it every day. Aquarian chapter 33, when Jesus is talking to the toilers. We always talk about the toilers. He saw the people that were working. They were so sad. And he goes, why are you sad? And they said, we scarcely know the meaning of joy. He said, why do you have no happiness? We don't know joy. We don't know happiness. We live to work. We hope for nothing but toil until we die. And when we die, we will go to Buddha's heaven and we will have some peace. And Jesus' heart was stirred. And he said, guys, your work should not make you sad. A man's happiest should be happiest when they work. When hope and love are back of work, all life is filled with joy. And do you not know that such a heaven is there for you? They said, we've heard. He said, your thoughts about heaven are wrong. It's not a place far away. God never made a heaven for man. He never made a hell. We create our own. Cease to seek for heaven in the sky. Open up the windows of your heart, and like a flood of light, heaven will come and bring a boundless joy. And then nothing will be a cruel task. Cease to seek for heaven in the sky and simply open your heart. Did he say seek for joy? Did he say pretend to be happy? Cease to seek for something outside. Open your heart and begin to let something within express. And you will find the joy. You'll find the joy. All right. He was actually telling them, seek a new experience. Have a different relationship with the experience you're currently having. Have a different relationship. All right. Begin to see yourself as child of God. See yourself as the chooser, the Christed chooser. If we can begin to see ourselves as child of God, the Christed chooser, then we may be able to edit our relationship with what's happening. Edit our relationship so the emotions don't come roaring through. So, you may not know what to experience, but Jesus gave us a key. So I'm going to read one more thing. And this is a key, chapter 30, not too far away. This is a mother who's, this is his mother. His mother, his dad has died. And he's writing a letter to his mother, and he says, don't be sad. Yours is a ministry of love, and all the world is calling out for love. Let go the past, let the past go with the past, and rise from the carnal cares. If you lose your life in serving life, you will be sure to find it in the morning star, the dew, the song of the bird, and flowers and the stars of night. In just a little while, it will be a pleasure. Your soul will be, the issues of your soul will be solved. Strive to be content. So he's telling his mother in the midst of her losing her husband, don't be sad, don't grieve. Invest your energy with serving life. Connect with other people. Connect with other people. So Jesus is giving us a key. Connection allows our perception to be outside the current energy of self. Connection allows our perception. Okay. Let's take that a little further. Ready? In the Heart Math Institute, there was a study done. I don't have the details of exactly whatever. This is a result. What they were doing, they were trying to understand perception. So they would take people and they would stand them in front of a mountain, and they would have them estimate the incline of the mountain. And they had a little machine or something. I know nothing about it. What he said, you put your finger on it or something, and you can guess the incline. And he said most of them were a little high when they first guessed it. Then they would put a backpack on them with weight in it. And they would have them guess the incline again. And it was higher. The incline was higher than without the backpack. Then they put more weight in the backpack and had people guess again. I'm assuming they're using different groups and stuff to have a really clear test. More weight in the backpack, the incline goes higher. So it was a linear relationship to the amount of weight being added. The perception of difficulty increased, and it manifested as a visual perception of steeper incline. They saw it steeper because they had it on them. What is their emotional body doing? It is perceiving. I'm going to climb that mountain. I'm going to climb that mountain, and this is on me. Holy crap. That mountain's looking really bad. The incline didn't change, but the human perception changed because of the weight. Are you with me? All right. They took it a step further. They had the climber stand, I'm assuming with the backpack, and had a friend stand with them. When the friend was with them, the perception of the incline decreased. And the only difference was the friend was going to climb it with them. They said the closer the friend was to them, the bigger the decrease. If it was someone they loved, someone they knew, someone that was a good friend with them, the bigger the decrease in the perception of the incline. And he said this was also a linear relationship between perception based on the depth of the relationship. Do y'all hear what I'm saying? Our emotional bodies are reading everything. And why would they read? It's easier now because my buddy's with me. Because it is. There's something about us feeling. And when we feel connected, like Jesus said, connect with the people, have a new experience. There's something about feeling connected that helps our perception be easier, even of the difficulties, you know? And now so many of you in counseling say, I just want somebody that's got my back. And the spouse will go, I ain't got your back. You know, it's like, I just want you to get my back. You know, it's like they can't hear each other. You don't realize that just your presence standing by someone could be the power that person needs, just your presence. So the incline decreased based on the depth of the relationship. How we feel is fed by our relationship with others. They were also doing some tests. The HeartMath Institute has been testing heart energy, interacting with the brain, interacting with the emotional body for years. And they did many tests on people who are having lab tests done, where they draw blood or whatever they do in a lab. Totally not my thing, but if you have the test done, you have results. The very same person who had the same test done in the same area with someone who loved them with them, the results were better. The body responded physically because the perception of safety, the perception of somebody's got me, the perception of love increased the body health. That pretty crazy, huh? Pretty cool, huh? So our emotional bodies, how we feel, are so connected with people, with others, with love, so connected. And we benefit so much from that. So the first key was allow yourself to connect with people and love them. If we're going to find the joy, open our hearts, but we have to allow ourselves to connect with other people. Don't you love coming to church? Yep. Say yes, thank you. Everybody say yes. You love coming to church because you connect with people in like consciousness. And maybe we bring our best to the church. Maybe we don't bring all of our issues to the church. It's not a group counseling session. We come in saying, we love God. We're going to have a moment to feel God. We love God. And we're all coming in that same energy. And you get a hug, you get a touch, you get a smile, someone speaks to you. And you feel fed, don't you? And there's a little bit more. So your mountain incline has just dropped. It's just dropped a little bit because you're connected. Does anybody sleep with someone that you just like to touch them? Even if you're not cuddled up, you just like to reach over. Hi, you're there. Yeah. That's what you're doing. You're just allowing that flow to be acknowledged in you. All right. The second key, are we learning something today? Okay. The second key is in the Aquarian 54, Jesus is just finishing his training at the Egyptian mystery schools. And he sees a woman whose son is dead. He's in the area where they're bringing the dead in. She's crying. It's her only son, and of course she's hysterical. And he says, you're following an empty house to the woman. And I'm not going to read all of it, but he said, your son was good. He did what he needed to do. Now he's gone on. Now, don't be in sorrow. Your sorrow will put him in sorrow. He doesn't want you to be sad. He's gone on. He wants you to be happy. Bury deep your woes, smile at grief, and lose yourself in helping others dry their tears. With duty done comes happiness and joy, and the gladness cheers the hearts of those who have passed away. When you are happy, your son is happy. But again, it's the message, lose yourself in helping others. Lose yourself in connection, and with this comes happiness and joy. You do not have to seek joy. Comes happiness and joy when you're reaching out and helping others. You will find joy. And then a little girl, I'll share this with you all. A little girl, y'all, there were processions in that day and time in Egypt when they would bring the bodies in to be preserved. And, you had your place in the procession. And the little girl had her spot to walk behind her dead mother's body. And Jesus was watching them bring her in, and she left her spot, ran over, picked up a wounded bird, and got back in her spot. And Jesus asked her about it. He said, why? Why did you breach protocol, basically? Why did you leave your mom? And the little girl said, I don't know that they give her age. Do they give her age? No, she's a little girl. This lifeless body needs no help from me. She's talking about her mom. But I can help this little bird because it still has life. My mother taught me this. My mother taught that grief and selfless love are hopes and fears and their reflexes from the lower self. What we sense are but small waves upon the rolling billows of life. They will all pass away. They are unreal. Tears flow from the hearts of flesh, and spirit never weeps. I am longing for the day when I will walk in light where tears are wiped away. My mother taught that all emotions are sprays that rise from human loves and hopes and fears, and perfect bliss cannot be ours until we have conquered these. And Jesus bowed his head and said, for days and months and years I've sought to learn this, the highest truth that man can learn on earth, and here a child, fresh, brought to earth, has told it in one breath. The idea of bliss, the idea that we are spirit, the idea that we are eternal, the idea that our connection can be with God. We can connect with God as we are loving life, as we are helping one another, as we're seeking to experience good, potential, life-expressing, yes to life, as we're seeking to experience not that which brings us down, but that which lifts us up. We can seek to connect with the people and seek to connect with our divinity. And in our divinity, we will find God. We do not have to seek God. In connecting with people, we will find joy. We do not have to seek joy. So the second key for our emotions is the connection. Connecting with people, connecting with God, connecting with yourself. All right, let's anchor this in. Let's go within. And just breathe. Father, Mother God, we ask that a beautiful light of your love just engulf each one. Feel the calm of light coming over you. Allow your focus to go to your heart. And just imagine that you can feel, step into, sense the love of God within you, your higher self moving. Feel it. And I want you to recognize in this safe space, with God's love all around you, Jesus Christ coming in to stand by you, recognize in this safe space that you can call forth a ball of unresolved emotions, emotions that are just churning and needing a place to express, created from past experience and a past perception. And just let the whole ball of energy just come forward if you like. It'll have a color, maybe churning. It may just be there, challenging you. Feel the ball. I want you to look at it, and I want you to try to change your perception of it. This is energy from the past that did not serve me. I allow this energy to break down, to be dismantled, to dissolve, to go back to its original state, to become love, whatever works for you. I perceive this energy as no longer needed. And feel the love of God flowing through you, connecting with your divine. I am the chooser, and I let this ball go. And you might see it break into beautiful light. You might see it just disappear, melt. Whatever happens is perfect for you. And feel the love in this space, and just imagine that love of God. And allow your perception of who you are to God to open. In this moment, in this light, I am child of God. Feel the love. I have been here before. I will be here again. And I say yes to my life. I am child of God. And just feel the energy moving through your body. I choose to find God in all of my experiences. For God is there. Breathe in that beautiful love, child of God. Breathe in. You are the chooser. Breathe in. And just think of anybody who comes to your mind right now that you can send some love and connect with. Anyone who comes to your mind, whoever that is, just send them beautiful love, connect with them. Just send them love. And let them go. I am ready to live my life honoring all I am. And we love you, Father, Mother God. We love you, Jesus Christ. Again, deep breath. Let your focus come back to the physical, back to the chair, back to your body. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. Did anyone see balls of energy? Were you able to let them go? If you couldn't fully let it go, that's just homework. You can also ask to do it tonight while you sleep. Do a prayer before you go to bed. God, whatever got left over, just melt it for me. Easy. Say, I got this. That wasn't very convincing at all. Say, yay, God. Yay, God. There we go.